Hello and welcome back to this year's second episode of the Tiger Sports Report, where we bring you all the best stories featuring the teams and student athletes here at Broken Arrow High School. I'm your host, Anthony Diaz.
And I'm Mia Bledsoe. On this episode, we will take you from the gridiron all the way to the swimming pool with videos previewing the seasons of wrestling and swimming, as well as several videos highlighting a few of the senior standouts on the football field and on the gym floor.
Wrestling season is just underway, and to start out this episode, wrestling coach Shawn Jones, along with a few of his key wrestlers, give us an inside look into what the team is doing to prepare for the season ahead and what needs to happen to bring home another state championship to Broken Arrow.
This year as a team, I hope that we just get back on track and get another state title. We fell a little short last year, but we've been working real hard to get back on track. I just feel like we need to work on being tougher as a team and pushing through and winning those close matches and scoring points where there could be points.
We lost some key people last year, and that's the only thing that's bad about being a high school coach is you have great seniors, and those great seniors go do great things at state, and then they graduate. But our cupboard's not bare.
The coaches have prepared the team really good this year, especially Coach Rod and Coach Biff. They work with us every day, new stuff. They're great coaches. Since last year, we have to work on definitely getting better. We lost a ton of seniors, and the younger kids that have came in this year have a lot to learn.
Our expectations for the year are we've got to take those older guys and do as they do. They just got to get better, but we've got to take those younger kids and we've got to bring them along.
Honestly, for me as a senior, what motivates me the most is the underclassmen are working real hard. I don't like to get beat by underclassmen, so that makes me work harder every day and run faster, all that stuff.
We motivate and inspire each other every day. If that's with school, practice, it doesn't matter. We work with each other in the wrestling room. We tell each other what we're doing wrong.
Well, we've got a talented group of freshmen. We've got 41 freshmen in the room right now. It's our largest class that we've ever had. And there's a lot of them that are really talented. I don't know if they're quite ready to handle a Caleb or a Tyler LAWLEY, but they're going to be vying for starting positions.
I feel like we're pretty close. Most of us all started on the team as junior high kids our 7th and 8th grade year, and then we all moved up to high school now.
We've had a kid that plays football, Skylar Haynes, that went down with a knee injury first game. But other than that, everybody's healthy, and we're pushing, for the start of the season. We're going to win a state championship. That's what we do. That's why we're here. That's why we work the kids and do the things that, and the preparation is to go wrestle for a state championship. I mean, that's the goal. I mean, our goal every year is to be dual state champions, regional champions, and state champions.
In this next segment, we have a great piece which highlights senior all-district linebacker Carter Key as he talks about his recent commitment to Montana University and also reflects back on his time here at Broken Arrow. Check it out.
Being a main captain, it's a cool deal. It's the kind of thing that you work into that role, and it's a cool experience for me as far as getting to bring the young kids up and showing them the ropes just like the seniors did to me. So it's a deal with big responsibility, but I like it. How far will football take me? For me, it's more about getting a college education. I'm not a big guy on going to the NFL or anything like that, because I feel like they kind of take the fun out of it. But for me, it's just going to college and getting my college paid for, getting an education, getting a degree so I can continue with my life and raise a family. Being committed is just a weight lifted off your shoulders, because the whole process is stressful. It starts up when you're a sophomore, you're going to camps, trying to get exposure, wondering if you're big enough, wondering if you're fast enough. But when you really secure your spot in with the school and the school that feels right, it feels good. Being far away, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. My brother, when he went to college, he went off to Colorado State, it's 12 hours away. I kind of talked to him about it before I made the decision and asked him what he thought about it. He said he thought it'd be good, I'd be all right. So, I'm just gonna go up there with God and see what he has planned for me. As far as living up to the legacy, I feel like I did my job. I feel like I kind of made my own footprint as far as doing things differently, being a defensive guy instead of a quarterback. But I definitely think I didn't bring any shame to my name. I think I did my job. The best moment. Probably beating Jinx last year at their house, just snapping that win streak. That's probably the biggest one we've had, just so much joy and emotion. It was an awesome experience. If I could say one thing to the young kids, just, I mean, this might be cliche, but squeeze everything you can out of it. You know, don't ever hesitate to love on somebody, because before you know it, it's gonna be gone. Like, I feel like I was a sophomore just the other day. So if I could say something to them, it would just be, love it up, because it's not gonna be here forever.
We're heading to the pool in this next piece, which previews the season for the Broken Arrow swim team. Coach Evans and her squad are working hard this year to take the next step as a team. We here at the Tiger Sports Report sat down with a few members of the boys and girls teams to get their thoughts on the season ahead.
Last year's Broken Arrow swim team made big strides, but this year's team is looking to take it one step further. In her second full year of coaching, Samantha Evans looks to make a splash at state for the 2016-2017 school year. We talked to a few swimmers to see their thoughts and expectations of this year.
I think this season will be a lot better than last year. We've had a lot of training sessions and a lot of hard work has been put into this before the season even started.
I think we're going to have a really successful team this year because we've all been working hard, and this is our second year with our new coach, and she really knows what she's doing.
At practice we do a lot of endurance stuff and we try to get a lot of yards in, so we're conditioned and ready.
Right now we do Wednesday weights, and then Mondays and Tuesdays normally are sprints or distance days. We do a lot of individual medley, which is all 4 strokes in one distance, if that makes sense. And on Thursdays and Fridays, we do a lot of recovery sets to help from the Wednesday weightlifting. So I would probably compare swimming to like running, like track and field and stuff, because it's a lot of repetitive workouts. You're just doing the same thing, expecting like results in it, and you see them if you work hard each day.
Track, because they run for against the clock and stuff mainly, and they run distances, but we just do it in the water.
Our coach pushes us at practice every day. She tells us all the time that she doesn't care what our times are. She cares about how hard we're pushing, and she doesn't care about what place we get. She cares that we are giving it our all every single time, every race. Fast one is the last one, is what she always says.
She gives us challenging sets so we get better and we improve and we're ready for every meet that we go to.
Our coach is very organized, she's very on top of things, and she continues every day to give us workouts and push us the best that we can. My future goals for swimming are, for this season, I definitely want to be on a relay that's going to break the record, and I'd like to individually break some more records, like the 100 fly, maybe the 200 IM.
My goals for the season are making state not only in the relay and in my singles.
I want to be able to place in the A final at state in the 100 breast.
My goals this year is to make it to state again. I hopefully want a medal, and I want my team to do as best as we can and hopefully get top 8 this year.
We're headed back to the gridiron in this next segment, where senior kicker Chandler Saied gives us an inside look into what it is like being a kicker and also a look back into his impressive high school career.
Being the kicker on the football team can be one of the most difficult positions on the field, but it's often underrated. We sat down with Tigers kicker Chandler Saied and asked him about his experience in that position.
I've always been the kicker because I've always played soccer, so it just came natural to me. Being the kicker is kind of like being the only one on the field whenever you're going out to kick a field goal or a punt. You just kind of have to zone everyone out. If I was going to compare being a kicker to anything, it'd be a golfer, because I kind of feel like I have like multiple clubs I can use, like my leg. I can use a chip shot, or I can drive it, or whatever. Everybody thinks that kicking is the easiest job ever, but until you actually try it, you figure out that it's not too easy. Dealing with the pressure is just, you gotta just focus on the ball. Don't really look at the crowd, don't really look at anyone else except for just focus on your steps and your form. To be consistent, you just have to have ice in your veins. I mean, you gotta be born with it. You can't really just practice on not being nervous. You just have to, you can't learn it. It's just has to be you.
A normal practice for me is going out, punting to whoever's catching that week on punt return, then stretching, and then probably gonna go inside, drink some water, sit down, watch everyone practice a little bit, then do special teams practice, and that's about it. Some of my most memorable moments are probably kicking my 5 field goals this year versus Westmore. I had 18 points total and broke the record for broken arrow.
The Lady Tiger basketball team has been one of the most successful high school basketball programs in the state over the past 4 years, in no small part because of the great leadership on the team. After being a part of the 2 state championships and a multitude of wins here at BAHS, senior Jalise Smallwood is looking to step into the role of a leader for the 2016-17 season, as her team will look to build off what has been such a successful stretch.
Check out this final piece in which Smallwood gives us her thoughts on her new role and how she hopes to help her team get to the promised land this season.
My name is Jalise Smallwood, and I'm a senior at Broken Arrow High School, and I play basketball.
Senior guard Jalise Smallwood has been a part of 72 wins, including 2 state championships in her career with the Broken Arrow Tigers. Smallwood will look to draw on that experience she gained from playing with those great teams in order to lead this year's young team to playoff success.
Being a part of such a successful team the past 2 years was just amazing. The family, we were a big family, and the bond that we had was just crazy. It's crazy. Winning the state championship was so fun. The first state championship was great. We went 28-0 that time, so that was amazing. And then the second championship was even better because I was more a part of it. I wouldn't go back and change anything from it. So being a team captain this year means a lot to me because I've never been in this position, and has always been someone else to just do the things that captains do, but now my eyes are opened up more. Leadership role, definitely just helping in a positive way, just helping, not so much as putting them down and just yelling all the time, just teaching them the new ways, especially the underclassmen. Any questions they have, if Coach Jones is busy or something, then they'll just come to me and I can help them out. To be successful this season, we definitely need to come together more as a team that's building right now. Just knowing how each other plays. It's very difficult to lose a lot of players and still have confidence in myself and our team. But when we start playing together and I see everyone's potential and everyone's eagerness to win, then it makes it a lot easier. Okay, so a player that had probably the most impact on me from the past was Darian Jackson, just because she always, even when I was doing bad in the game, she always just kept me up, and she was real with me. She would yell at me, and then she would get me, when she yelled at me, it would get me together though, so I was good with it. And I just hope I can bring what Darian brought to the team last year to the team this year.
That's all for this year's second episode of the Tiger Sports Report. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to head to BAHSPulse.com and check out this year's first episode of the Tiger Sports Report, as well as the first 2 episodes of the Pulse, all of which include more of the best featured stories from Broken Arrow High School this year.
TSR will be back soon with more stories on our teams and student athletes. Until then, we'll see you next time.